Guess what? I'm back. Okay, let me get my navigation set here. Pretty good that way. I'm not going to zigzag that way. Alright, well, I guess we're going to get rolling here. Oh.
Your route avoids a road closure on Forest Road North. You're on the fastest route. You should reach your destination by 2:18 p.m. Head toward Fitzgerald Trail North.
Alright, let's get rolling. Not really. It's not. So what I'm thinking the deal is I'm thinking that
turn left into the parking lot.
That or maybe I was thinking that maybe the Wi-Fi broadcaster in the library was old, but maybe that's new and maybe this is old. Maybe this only receives certain bands or something. That could very well be.
At the stop sign, turn left onto Forest Road North.
What I need to do is I need to put make my own repeater antenna. If I make my own repeater antenna and mount it on the ladder in the back, maybe I could do that with my. I've got a WeBoost system I haven't put in yet. That's supposed to amplify your cell phone signal, and maybe I can do some experimenting, but. Maybe I can get maybe I can find a way to branch off of that. See if I can also use that as a universal repeater antenna in here, not just for cell signal. I don't know. I gotta do some more research on frequencies and stuff. So I would think if you can grab a signal, you should be able to, with a certain type of antenna, you should be able to grab signals in the air, and then digitally you should be able to filter out the bandwidth that you're looking for or trying to use. Now I know if you've got the antenna designed distinctly for a certain band, it's going to work better. You'd think that you should be able to design a universal antenna as a repeater that could work pretty good for various bands. I think that maybe even a spherical antenna I might do it. Especially if I did a hollowed spherical antenna with a straight shaft antenna through it, maybe, and ran them both on separate lines that would converge. My brain's just kind of really rolling through some ideas now for picking up airwaves, radio signals. Sell a super expensive antenna that's like a multi-band, multi-frequency jack of all trades antenna. Well, God bless you. As for my situation, look at that, there's people on that bike path just chilling out there. Taking a water break, it looks like. My situation has not changed yet. I've still been kind of doing a little bit of on and off pissing and moaning with God about it, because it's been, next week's 1 year of nothing. You know, going from 4 years ago when my mom died to having everything because of just terrible, rotten family. Just that and the flawed system and whatever, stripping and taking everything from me that I've worked so hard for throughout my life. And I know life ain't fair, but it's pretty unfair, you know. And all the people, my immediate family, my siblings, that all took a bunch of stuff, whether it be by theft or by legal theft or whatever, or however you want to put it. Because legal theft was a messed up deal too, and that stood around. That isn't settled yet. But the thing is one of them earned anything of it, you know. Not to pick on my siblings, but I was the one who decided to be there for Mom and Dad, and take care of them, and load and unload their campers, and mow their lawns, and fix their vehicles, and whatever they needed done, I get it done. I did that for a lot of years. I've dedicated my life to them, and they're older, half my life now. Looking at how old I was doing it when I started doing it, yeah, I've dedicated at least half my life to taking care of my parents, you know, because my first half, they took care of me, so me and my parents are even. Well, almost. They kind of slipped up a little. They should have had something in writing better to protect all this that's happening to me now from happening. But I don't hold it against my parents. I love them. It's all just life and how it goes, you know. I don't hate my siblings, you know. I hurt inside because of their actions, but I don't hate them. You know, if anything, they're lost. I can see it just like Jesus hanging on the cross. It doesn't make me feel any better for what I'm going through and the pain I'm getting jabbed with and stuck with and everything torn apart in my life. And they're all feeding off of that. Well, as much as that's wrong of them, it doesn't make me hate them. I can literally think about it, and I don't like it, and it doesn't make me happy with them. But I can literally kind of relate with Jesus being on the cross, saying, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what to do." You know, I can feel that. You know, there's part of me that is like, sock it to them. But I don't really mean it like that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense or not. I hope it does. You know, wish you'd sock some reality into them, and so they'd be better people. You know, so they'd be godly people instead of demons.
Exit the traffic circle onto Forest Boulevard.
Oh man, I escaped a demon family. I may be poor and broke and struggling, but I'm pretty happy considering the situation. I still have my rough days where, you know, I get pretty emotional and feel pretty defeated, but I still love the Lord. I still love life. I'm really thankful for everything I do have. I was wondering what that snap was. The shade went flying up. I guess God wanted to let some more light shine in. I had my shade down about halfway so I can still see it. If I look over my shoulder back there, like if I'm going to pull out, I can see traffic back further. And I had it like halfway so that way it would kind of shade out some of the sun so it wouldn't get so hot in here. Because the shade actually blocks some of that solar heat coming through. And apparently one of the bumps I hit decided to
next
bounce
right,
that little
take a slight left.
catch release inside the roller shade to make it go up. And it rolled up quick. It made a nice little snap. Now I got lots of windows to look through. Not only can I look out to see traffic, I can see the sky, I can see that windmill.
At the light, take a slight left onto 11th.
Well, thank you, Lord, for opening my eyes even further.
Street North.
Apparently he wants me to see more. Probably does. That probably has some serious meaning in it, you know. Might even have serious meaning for you. You know, he wants us to see more. Things that we're being blind to, you know. Because we get so surrounded by life, we forget to look at what's really going on, you know. Just a good example of that is we got a lot of people running around in the world of the flesh and what this world is and how it's run, instead of living as a good spirit or a good soul. You're tied up in the desires of the world. Getting ready to rev it up there. Well, thank you, Lord, for that little eye opener there and shade opener. It was a shade opener that turned into an eye opener. I hope you guys are learning to follow along with me in my thought process. Sometimes I don't know if it's my thought process. Sometimes it's something else speaking through me. When I used to write poetry and lyrics and stuff a lot, which I haven't done for a while now, I've probably got enough written for 10, 20 albums or something like that. I wrote a lot. That's some pretty good stuff too, in my opinion. And I like to think I got a good one. So sometimes when I'd write stuff, whether it would be poetry or lyrics for a song or something, or some rap and rhymes flowing, sometimes it would come to me so fast I couldn't scribble it fast enough, man. Something was pushing my pen and faster than I could even think it, you know, or speak it. I don't know how to explain it. It just was coming faster than I could do it, you know. And then I'm like trying to figure out how am I going to remember this? How am I going to remember this? There it is, you know. And
turn right onto 12th Street Southwest.
moments like that, I knew there was something out more going on, you know. There's something up pushing me, you know. And all that's still leading up to where I am today. You know, it all ties into everything, I guess. I just got to figure it out. I've been noticing more and more. It's kind of weird how that works, you know. As you get further in life, you're able to look back and certain things that you didn't notice before start all coming together, you know. I guess it could kind of help you guide your future a little bit, but sometimes it'll only guide your future a little bit to get you to the next step. See, like in the daytime, here's kind of what faith is like too, kind of another analogy for it. In the daytime, I got all the sunlight. I can see way down. I can see a mile ahead of me. I can see everything that's going on the road. If a car's going to come out or something's droning out from up ahead. Now, faith at night in the darkness, you know, having faith in what's not seen, kind of like driving at night, you know, because everything I can see in the daytime here, at night I can't see that. I turn on my headlights, and my headlights will only see so far down the road.
Left into the parking lot.
And if I didn't have those headlights, and I only had moon and starlight or whatever, then I could see even less in front of me. So then I got to trust that the road is going to reveal itself as I'm moving, you know, because I ain't going to see what's way down there until I get there. So I got to have faith that I'm going to make it there, because I can see the road right here, and I can see the road right here as I'm moving. I can still see the road appearing as I'm moving, and I know I'm going to get to where I can't see it yet. I just know it's going to be there. That's how I feel about, even though the life is kicking that shit out of me right now, I know it's going to be there. It's like that analogy I was just talking about of faith driving in the night or whatever. I hope that makes sense, and I hope it was a good analogy. I kind of like it. I thought it was a pretty good one, and I like to think I'm pretty smart and that I have good ideas. So I hope you think I'm smart and have good ideas too. The more of us we get together thinking I'm smart and having good ideas, boy, I'm going to be doing pretty good there.
Your destination is on the right.
Well, guess what? My destination is on the right. pull this over here.
Or feel guilty for having them, like, this is different. Don't cry. Be strong. Living your
Okay, now what we're gonna find out here.
best things you can do is actually bring those emotions to God.
We're gonna turn this max air on here. And now that we made it here, we're gonna put an end into this here video, and maybe I'll hit record again and start recording for a little bit more. So, and I think in the next one we're gonna go back to that Wi-Fi repeater dealie and see if I'm getting 5G now that I'm over here. And if I don't, well then I got a different problem, I think. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to talk to God. And if you do, tell him Darren says hi. Give me a big thumbs up if you would. God bless you, and I will see you on the next one.